Right. Let's go. Shit, I got a parking ticket. The DPT terrorizes the population of San Francisco by extracting money from them outside of their front doors. It's not right. But then again, driving a car is not right. So, let's go.
Me voy por la frontera. Al llegar no sé qué voy a hacer. Me voy por la frontera. Porque el viento me dijo vaya para allá. A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver. Lo que no puedo creer. A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver. Que una línea vale más que una vida. Como una línea vale más que una vida.
We have many amazing murals in the Mission. Look how beautiful. A lot of them deal with issues of indigenous rights and Latino, Chicano struggles. But there's a great body of murals here, very inspiring. I'm very inspired by visual art. It makes me want to write music. The beautiful mural celebrating these beautiful brown ladies doing their laundry in the river, El Arroyo. A little bit of political commentary you can notice here. A little reference to the Zapatistas, the struggle for indigenous rights. I like this mural. There's a movement in San Francisco to prevent people from sitting and lying down on the sidewalks. Well, for some of the unfortunate homeless people who live in San Francisco, the sidewalks are the only places where they can rest and relax. Several of my patients, it's the only place where they can put their feet in a stable place. There are very few public gathering places that are not privately controlled or manipulated. Very, very few, and the sidewalks and the streets are incredibly important. So there was a great movement of people who were hosting tea parties on sidewalks, lying down and having just a massive sit in and lie in the sidewalks to make the point that these places are valuable to the public discourse and are absolutely essential parts of our society. So we advocate for more public gathering spaces. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Fred
Rupa.
Jr.
Mucho gusto, Rupa.
Okay.
Este es chicharrón. Chicharrón.
He looked like he just came from Sicily, mafia.
Yeah, he's
Look at him, Don Corleone, the
mafioso.
mafia.
Hola. Gracias. Okay. Melón.
Okay.
Gracias. This is how you learn how to speak Spanish. You just walk around and you're like, queso, crema, chorizo.
I love
Los
going to the
peces,
market.
el viento,
¿Qué está?
además el
Queso,
dinero, pero
crema.
yo no.
When you speak to people in their language, especially in this neighborhood, it just makes people feel more comfortable and welcome. Like you're extending your hand towards them instead of insisting that you speak English. Someone from Ecuador will teach me one word, and then someone from Peru will tell me that word means something different, and then someone from Venezuela will say, no, you can't say it that way. And then someone from Spain will say, you have to pronounce it like this. Someone from Mexico will say, your conjugation is incorrect. So I speak Español del barrio, which is a total mixture. It's very grammatically incorrect. It's a sign of the times.
Los coyotes, un helado, además un murmullo, pero yo no. Las teles, injusticia, además mi trabajo, pero yo no. Ay, por esta frontera.
This is La Mafiosa, one of the most important people on the face of the earth. She sings on our album. You can hear her saying, Soy callejera! Wow, look at this.
And maybe some kale.
Smell.
And first time from the
Made
garden too.
with love in San Francisco.
It's called real food.
Look, it's earth
Something very unusual
and food.
in America.
Earth and food. It has nothing to do with Monsanto or capitalism. Rafi, tell us about this place.
Well, actually, we started this place a year and a half ago
Nice earring.
through Jonathan Youth, and we just wanted to utilize the space, grow food, and share it with the community. So we've been also building the cup oven to be able to cook here. And we've been giving out every Sunday at the free farm stand. So we're happy about helping in this hard time of the year, the recession time, the people that don't have a lot of money to get their own food. So, yeah.
We're living in a time of real deep kinds of conflicts, lots of war around us, class conflict, economic conflicts, racial conflicts. And the United States is unfortunately at the center of a lot of the conflict that we're seeing, either directly or indirectly. And you feel it, like when you're in a room. We would play at the Casa de Migrante in Mexico, in Tijuana, for deported migrants. When you're sitting there playing for people whose lives have been ripped apart in a halfway house, you feel that your music is medicine. You feel it. You feel that if you're bringing a message of connection and positivity and hope, you can feel the effect that it has. We play these concerts, but then we'll also go play for children who are being held in a detention facility because they don't have papers, immigrant children. And we'll go play in the hospital for my patients who are sick and dying. We'll go play, here at the Rev and for free. So there's a non-commercial aspect to music, and then we'll go play these big concerts, and they're all different. My parents were immigrants from Punjab. They came with $7 in their pocket to the United States of America. And then my parents were struggling so much that they sent me back to India with my older brother. So I lived there for about a year with my grandparents. I ended up coming back here, then going to France when I was about 10 years old, coming back again when I was about 12 years old, and then going to college in San Diego, going to medical school in Washington, and then settling back down here for residency.
I think the band all is very similar in our beliefs. Everyone's families at some point came to the U.S. and it's definitely something that we're feel very strongly about. The topic of people being able to move through the world without these arbitrary boundaries, and basically we just don't like governments in general.
To me, it's about community. It's about a direct connection with people. It's nice to be able to talk to someone face to face and realize that everyone is a person and everyone has the same kinds of dreams and hopes, and we share a lot of emotions together. It brings people together. Yeah.
We started off in her living room, and it was very small, and started off playing cafes and little community spaces and free shows in San Francisco. And then her friend Mona got us a gig in Switzerland at a film festival. And we decided, hey, if we're gonna be there in Europe, we might as well try to make a tour out of it. So I remember Rupa, before we had an album out or even a MySpace page, I think, she was calling up different clubs in Europe and convincing them that we should play there.
What's so cool about the band is that everyone has such a sense of adventure, and they're all really down to earth and intelligent, respectful, interesting people. I just feel there's this real energy and support and excitement and open-mindedness and kind of an ease of character, because we're around each other so much, Everyone's got their personality quirks, but there's a lot of respect between us, so it feels good.
Entera de la vida sin barreras, que no quiero más frontera, que no quiero más frontera y que ya nadie se muera cruzando una frontera, que es la línea que nos une y separa nuestra tierra y convierte a nuestra gente en inmigrantes ilegales.
A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, como una línea vale más que una vida, como una línea vale más que una vida. Well, for me, it was an experiment when I started writing this particular music of trying to give a cohesive identity to someone who's been dragged through so many cultures. So I was asking myself, well, what is the sound? What is the sound of having lived in these places or being affected by the people who I see walking down the street or the people I hear at my dinner table when I'm sitting with my family, the sounds that I hear. And it's a mishmash of sounds. When you go to my house and sit at the dinner table, you're hearing Italian folk music, Punjabi music, gangster rap from my little brothers, classical music, and it creates a beautiful contamination in your head musically.
Mira la vida se va, como se va la vida. Mira el río corre, como corre el río. Mira la rosa se abre, como se abre la rosa. Mira el cielo se cayó, como se cayó el cielo. Estoy trabajando, lejos de ti estoy pagando. Con mi tiempo y mi paz me estás escuchando. Desde la orilla del silencio me estás esperando. Tú y tu paciencia en este mundo, dando dolor en este mundo. Te busco mi amor. Ah, mi amor.
I don't think a song is a static thing. There was a great line from Virginia Woolf. She gave a lecture at a women's college, and she said that truth is not a nugget that you find and keep up on your mantelpiece. It's something that's lived. And for me, that's what music is. It's not like you reach one place and be like, that's the song. It's you play it, and then you're like, After 5 years, you could be like, that's not what I meant. Like, let me just try that, let me open it up, let me rework it, let me think about it again, let me readdress it, let me go deeper. So it feels like this is like a step in a process, not and that's what people witness, and that's what's exciting as artists, is that we're allowing people to witness our truth being lived, and it's messy, and it's dirty, and it's contradictory, and it's sometimes unexplainable, but it's honest, and it's a process.
Paciencia en este mundo, dando dolor en este mundo. Te quiero en este mundo, dando dolor en este.
Lá vai a vida e ela já me para jeitoso. É vendedor como ela,